What's up, guys? What is up? It has been a long time since I have played Honkai. I can't even find my controller. There it is. Wrong scene. See, I'm all discombobulated. What's up, everyone? I'm not expecting this stream to be big at all because I've ghosted Honkai for a long time. For a long time. So I'm not expecting a lot of people to be here. But still, we need to catch up, and we need to be able to like play the latest chapter once it comes out. What's up, Tony? How you doing, Joshua? What's up, Mercy? Thank you for being here. That's right. APHO2 is out too. Oh man, I got a lot of stuff to catch up on. I don't even know really where to begin. I guess I could just continue with the story that I'm at right now. And we can hope that I can complete at least chapter 26 today. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up, Drunken Doughboy? Yeah, it's been a while since I played this game. I'm not. Why does it keep doing that? Why is events clicking out of the game? Is it doing that for everything? Oh. That's so weird. But yeah. Ursula Flame Scion was like literally the last character I've really pulled for. Did I even get her? I don't even think I got her. It doesn't even really matter because I don't even play outside of the story. Yeah, I don't even think I got her. You're just waiting for the new Durandal? Yeah, I haven't seen any of that stuff. I haven't seen any of that stuff. So I have her? Did I pass right by her or something? Oh, I did pull for her. Okay. See, that's how long it's been. That's how long it's been. It doesn't even really matter though, because I don't even play the game outside of the story. I've always just been a story person with this game. All right. So let me make sure my buttons are good, and then we can continue playing the game. I think that's how yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If I have to make changes, we'll make changes. What's up, Drunken? Well, we got two Drunkens in here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just call you pancakes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and continue this story. I'm not too far behind because there's only 26 and then 27, right? And then 28 comes out next month. Trying to remember exactly where I left off with this. Oh my god, another drunken. Yeah, you drunken fools. You drunken fools, you. Well, the thing is, for me, I really like this game, and as much it was one of my earlier gacha games. So even though we see all these currencies and stuff, I do not know why it does that. The currencies aren't what really scared me away from playing the game outside of the story. It's I'm not really a competitive player in any way, shape, or form. So a lot of the stuff that I see people doing are like competitive game modes, leaderboards, stuff like that, and I don't really care about that stuff. I just want to smash some shit, get a good story, and then possibly get off. So I mean, it's just one of the earlier gachas that I played, so none of it really, like, it's not that it's not attractive. It's just my satisfaction comes from the emotional ties you have with the characters in the story, not so much the shit that's in here. Like, this is just for a different type of player, and I'm not that kind of player. Like for competitive game modes and stuff like that, there are other games that I feel like I could be playing for that kind of thing. But when I'm looking for high quality story, this is where I go. Okay. So I'm guessing that this actually it signifies where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, let's just hop in. See, you used to have Honkai tournaments? Yeah, see, that's not for me. Okay, if I remember correctly, we just I'm gonna have to see where we are before I can actually like determine like what we're supposed to be doing. Wait. Oh, yeah. Just trying to get my bearings back. Yeah, these are the controls that I had before. Ooh. I think I got it. Yeah, okay. And it doesn't let you progress unless we kill the thing. Okay. Trying to remember exactly what I did last, because when I last played, I think we met like another Otto over here or something. Yeah, I think there was like another Otto that we ended up speaking to. That was a little less crazy. Oh, we killed it. Damn, you died quick. I guess the imaginary types are stronger. Yeah, these guys are much stronger. They're built tankier. Oh yeah, and she gets Oh, it's Lou. I don't remember these guys being so tanky. Okay, so we're supposed to be going this way. How do we get past? Do I just destroy this? No. Is there like a way up there that, yeah. Huh. You have to blow that up? You need to use Branya? Really? Are you serious? Like I can't just use any character to get rid of this? Destroy the rubble, you don't need Branya? How do we destroy the rubble? Use the yellow skill? Click the explosion icon? Did I just... Okay, I think I just wasted it. I'm supposed to get energy, right? Okay. God, I'm so rusty. I'm asking chat for help. Okay. Okay, so use the yellow skill. Oh, okay. I forget how freaking fun Yai is. I forget how fun Yai is. What's up, Hasayo? Oh, damn. We got 28 people in here? Dang. Okay, this is the other Otto. I remember this. Okay, so we did meet another Otto that was a little less crazy. I remember that. Okay. This is called Saint 1491 Square. Is it to commemorate us overthrowing the old Shixel? That's wonderful. That's right. Miss Octavia gave it that name herself. You probably know her as Viola. Ah, is that so? Although I don't know about your world. In the original world, Viola didn't run into any big problems, did she? Perhaps anyway, before we find the Hersher core, there's probably no way for you to go back. You might as well make the best of it. No use in worrying. Right, don't just stand there. Walk around the area. That way, the data we collect will be more accurate. If enemies appear again, you three should be strong enough to protect a test sample with arms and legs. This is what Doctor suggested. Let's talk while we walk. See, this is not like what we're used to with Otto. I'll comply with everyone's instructions and do my best not to get in the way. That's not. I hope so. Although I won't lose my temper at you like Doctor did. You should be aware that I have no obligation to treat you nicely. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. What the heck is this? Yeah, there's definitely something I'm supposed to do there. Can I really just walk behind it like that? Oh, guess not. Probably don't even have the right elements for something like this. I don't remember any of the elements or anything like that. I meant to switch it. Ooh, these things are freaking strong. I don't remember him being this aggressive either. I am so rusty. Oh, that's right. The reason he's so difficult is because he has a... Okay, yeah, I remember that now. You have to dodge the inside, then outside. Okay, that's... Oh god, he forgot. I forgot the gameplay elements of Honkai. I remember where... I think I remember like everything I am with the story. I've played so many games now. It's just... It's insane. I feel like I'm going back in time, to be honest. Right, Kiana, you know what? There's an old building in this area where Fuhuas used to live. Fuhuas house. Yeah, Overseer used to mention it occasionally. If you're free later, maybe you can take her over there to look around. I think that's actually hinting that I need to switch to Fuhua and go to a certain location. Good. If we do it like this, we'll get accurate data from this area. Two objectives remain. Let's continue and try to maintain this efficiency. As Tesla confidently issued the order to proceed, someone's comm device started to beep. And for some reason, Tesla suddenly felt something was wrong. Sorry, I need to take this call. This is Durandal. Yeah, Theresa senpai and Kiana are with me. How about this? I'll switch to the public channel. What happened? It's Amber. Overseer ordered her to pass on some information to us. Huh? That isn't Grandpa's style. Why wouldn't he speak to us directly? Good day, Master Theresa and Master Durandal. Everyone on Hyperion. This is the Shikso Overseer Personal Secretary Amber. Overseer reports that he and Rita have locked on to the location of the Hirsch of Dominance Core at St. 537 Church. He wanted me to relay this information to you. What did you say? Rita, didn't she go on a mission to World Serpent? And Overseer said was busy sorting. I'm trying to remember exactly what was going on before. I think, okay, so Theresa was appointed to become the Shikso overseer. I remember that much. She was, Otto stepped down, and they aren't really sure exactly why. I think that's where I am, right? If there's any other details that anyone in here knows, you kind of like fill me in so I don't have to go back and look. Everyone's quiet. I'm guessing either everybody left or that's basically it. Okay. Quiet. Yeah, it's been a while since I played Honkai, so maybe a lot of the people that used to watch me play Honkai have just like went elsewhere, which is understandable. I've been playing a lot of other games, so the channel literally went from being just Honkai and Genshin to literally every game under the sun. So I can kind of understand why a lot of people probably went elsewhere for this kind of content. So it's understandable. Sorting out the aftermath of his resignation. That's just a pretense. All Overseer said was that he and Rita had locked on to the Herrscher of Domination's core. Okay. As for how he found it so quickly and why Rita is there, forgive me, I'm not in a position to ask such things. But does that mean we fell for the old man's tricks again? No, Overseer said that if he proceeds together to St. 537 Church, he could help the Hyperion crew recover the Herrscher core. Everyone. Amber, who is he planning to bring to the scene? Madame Theresa, Durandal, Kiana, and that other Otto that you found. Me? Yes, Overseer believes your presence is necessary to complete the recovery of the Herrscher core. It went from Honkai and Genshin to everything else except it to, yeah. I don't really play Honkai or Genshin anymore, and I knew I was gonna return to Honkai because I actually like really enjoy this game, but with me doing so many other things, it just kind of slowly slipped further and further off of the radar, and it's been a long time. So damn, the information has gotten out, but with this many people, it's hard to avoid. What do you think, Theresa? Even though St. 537 Church was originally one of our targets, we don't know what Otto is up to. But to solve the problem we're facing, we have no choice but to go. The good news is, since Amber and Grandpa and Rita, since Amber said Grandpa and Rita have already located the core's location, we don't need to deploy everyone. Amber, please relate to my grandfather that Theresa will proceed by herself to St. 537 Church to provide assistance. If he has the ability to locate the Herrscher core on his own, then why does he need Kiana? Overseer said the Herrscher Flamesian doesn't need to attend, but he emphasized that the other Otto's help would be indispensable. No problem, although I won't be able to provide anything that the others won't. I'm duty-bound to help to the best of my ability. Thank you. Unlike my grandfather, you have a sense of responsibility. Amber, did Overseer have any questions? I can go with Theresa Senpai, of course. He said he didn't. He didn't consider other elements to be decisive. Okay, but in that case, due to security concerns, unfortunately the other two will have to return to the Hyperion. Okay. Especially you, Kiana. I think being near him puts you at risk. I understand, Principal. I'll remain at the rear to protect everyone. Thank you. Well, Durandal and Mr. Otto, let's go. Okay, so we have actually made progress. Require new skill. What the hell? Okay. I think it's that. Oh! Interesting. Can you explain exactly what it does? Or do I have to press it to figure it out? have no idea what that does. Time stop, maybe? Oh, yeah, time stop. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to use it here. Shit. Okay. I need energy again. It's good that I can use that as much as I want to. Okay, let's test it here. Well, I don't really need to test it here. I can just do that. Freezes time for puzzles? Yeah, I figured that out once it gave me like time back. Funny, I found you because of PGR. It was a breath of fresh air that you play so many other things besides Genshin nowadays. Came for PGR and stayed for everything else. I'm glad you guys actually enjoy. Like, that makes me feel good that you guys actually like enjoy the various things I play. I feel like too many people are just playing one game, and that burns me out personally. Playing one thing and only one thing. That's why so many people quit. I just wait, chaotics. Look, let my Bianca simp nature just do its thing, man. Like, I have no shame, okay? I have no shame. I don't remember what this is, but I don't care. I'm gonna beat his ass. I know who you are from Daikin, but I don't like fighting games, so I stay here. Yeah, Daikin moved away from gachas. Understandably, because he was feeling the burnout too. Like he was losing that motivation that he used to have. So it's really hard just playing like one or two games. Like, you guys don't understand. It's not as easy as just like turning on a camera, recording gameplay for a game, and then just like being done with it, right? Like, you actually get bored, you actually get burnt out. Like, playing one game really freaking sucks. But I'm actually really happy that you guys enjoy the various games I play. That worked out. That worked out great. I play 8 gachas. I'm surprised I'm not broke yet. I mean, I play a lot more. I don't really spend on every single game. Like, the only games I've actually like spent money on and am okay with spending money on is this game. Oh man, I forgot this piece was falling off of my controller. I gotta be careful. This game, I spent a lot of money on Genshin and PGR. I'm really careful with what like spending money on games, because that could be a hole that you just don't really recover from. Okay, so it's left bumper and Y. Okay, cool. That works. Guy hard. Am I gonna regret this? Wait, what is that? Paralysis. Oh, you're gonna leave that there? Oh, you're toxic. Okay, I really do remember the combat. The fingers are just doing the work for me. Ooh, you toxic. Probably could have just passed by this guy, but I just had to kill him. I think I got him. Okay, cool. God, you're tanky. What the heck? He's just standing there like he's not worried about shit. I definitely dodged, but okay. Ooh. I remember what that red means. Probably shouldn't be charging up his energy shield. That I wonder, can I mean, I could bring another unit, but then I have to I'd have to start over. What character should I use for something like this? I don't remember. Ooh. Okay, what's gonna happen when he hits 100%? I don't really remember what happens. If I've ever seen it. Ursher Flamesand? Okay, let me go ahead and change because I'm not really even sure if this is I would go ahead and try it, yeah. Ursher of Thunder. I didn't know there were rewards for this stuff. I can use Ursher of... What is she? Sea Psychic. I don't remember how the elements work either. Like, I am so, like... So do I apply these? Yeah. Mech bio site. Okay. So psychic, are you saying that psychic's weaker? Okay. Psychic defeats mech. Okay, okay. That's how it's supposed. Okay, that makes sense. So imaginary and imaginary. Okay. That's why you guys are saying her Shrift Thunder, because they both are psychic. Wait, who's an imaginary type? Raven's imaginary? I don't have her. Interesting. Is she the only one? Yeah, she's the only one. Interesting. Okay. Wow, that was so much quicker. How'd I mess that up? These characters are freaking overpowered. I'm actually curious to see how easy this is going to be now. I really don't like that paralysis thing. There we go. Come on, what's going on here? I remember this. And I gotta be careful because Kiana loses HP for her attack. I remember that. Yeah. That was so much quicker than before. That was so much quicker than before. Okay, let's see how this works. Wow, look at that HP going down. That definitely wasn't happening before. Oh, he got super aggressive, super quick. The heck, dude? I don't like this guy. Oh man, he got super aggressive really quick. He's already at three bars, man. No idea really what I'm doing, to be honest with you guys. I would have been there, sitting there forever fighting that thing if you guys didn't intervene. Oh my gosh. Hersha Flamestone's HP bar isn't her main HP bar. Her HP bar is basically just a stamina system for her combos and charged attacks. Hersha Flamestone's real HP bar is above her HP bar, which is the shield bar. Oh, okay. It's better to bring broken unit to story mode. Yeah, good point. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe, whatever. There's no like rational thinking for what I was doing. I was just choosing cool looking characters. Okay, history. That's the statue of the Holy Maid Colin. I remember Grandpa said these things should be kept in their original state. So it's been better. So it's been better days. Oh, they replaced the statue of the gallows here. It's just a shame that people's commemoration can't actually revive the Holy Maid. Like, this guy literally has like, gallows? It said that this is the place where Kalin Kazlana was hung. Yes. After being betrayed by the people, the Holy Maid was willing to sacrifice her life to bring enlightenment to the ignorant masses. Yep. I saw her the night before she was executed. She was no fool. But when someone genuinely wants to change the world, they discover how insignificant their power is. What's up, Ruben? How you doing, brother? After she was arrested for the second time, she gave up hope completely. She rejected all plans to break out of prison and awaited death. During her trial, she stubbornly stuck to her views, ensuring her execution. Maybe for her, it was a final act of resistance against this unjust world. What's up, Drizzit? Maybe so, but the Holy Maid showed great mental toughness. She was stronger than even she could imagine it. Grandpa? Theresa. You've been busy these days. I know you have a lot to say to me, but let's get the important things out of the way. I've already recovered 99.9% of the Herrscher dominance core. I'm about to get the last 1%. Come on, everyone. In the ruins of this church, we'll welcome this moment. Something seems off. Please come in, everyone. I'll stand guard outside the church. Wait. I was just fooling around. What's this? What's this? Portal? Probably should leave that alone. Nothing over here. Am I gonna regret going through here, guys? Fuck it. Oh, okay. What is this? 999 distributed Herrscher cores. I used the second divine key's spatial manipulation technology to break their... Wait. I'll never understand why he has all this power. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Of course, the goal is to locate the final piece of the puzzle. Dr. Tesla of Anti-Entropy said that he would soon be able to use the data she collected to deduce the location of the Herrscher core. I believe she can do it. It's just that I, Otto Apocalypse, have a simpler method. There's no reason for her to get her hands dirty. It's time, Rita. Retrieve our experimental items. A deadly-looking blade flashed out of the shadows. That's Rita. And as soon as the two unsuspecting Valkyries turned around, the guest they had brought with them had transformed to a lifeless corpse. Rita, what have you done? Calm down, Master Durandal. He was nothing more than another one of Overseer Solium bodies. That's right. This is my simpler method. Look, I hope you collect the final piece of the puzzle. What have you done? It would take a while to explain, so if you don't mind, I'll wash my hands first. I'll sort this out from the beginning. Several months ago, test subject K423, now called Kiana Kazlana, defeated the Herrscher of Dominance and rescued her comrade. Although the Herrscher of Dominance was dead, there was no trace of its core. With help from the second divine key, I entered the ruins of the Theater of Domination. Okay, this is new information. There I found a crucial clue. Due to the unique structure of the Herrscher of Dominance core, part of it? I think it was part of it. Part of it was hidden in imaginary space, searching for a new body to inhabit. As is well known, the Herrscher of Dominance is most interested in people who feel hopeless and are inclined towards chaos. And it was due to this that I was able to implement my complete recovery plan. I don't understand. What does this have to do with the Mr. Otto who Rita just killed just now? Please be patient, Durandal. Think of it this way. When you and I entered the ruins of the Theater of Dominance, I had already collected 999 of the distributed Herrscher of Dominance cores. But the last one unfortunately hid itself in the abyss between dimensions, making it hard for me to follow its trail. If I consider doing side missions, I suggest you unlock all the locked zones before you finish chapter 27, because one of the zones locked will be a permanent lock if you didn't unlock it before finish. What do you mean? Like, which one are you talking about? And is there any significance to me completing the additional side quests? Is there like any additional like information there that might be useful, or is it just something to complete? Because if it's just something to complete, I don't care. If it's something story related, then cool. I'll probably do it. Because anything that isn't story related, I can just watch someone else do on YouTube. Therefore, I decided to give some bait to this last one, a host that it cannot refuse. That's right, I'm talking about myself, Otto Apocalypse. So he baited the last core to one of his bodies. Why? Didn't that Otto already tell you? His Holy Maid died because of him. He lived his life after that like a walking corpse. The side quests have lore related to the story, but not directly. Just focus in main quests? Okay, cool. Cool. All right, thank you. Perhaps the present me is not that fragile, but Otto Apocalypse from 500 years ago, he carries more pain in his heart than anyone. So I decided to create an incomparable host from the Hersher of Dominance based on this, an elaborate trap. First, I used the second divine key to project data from certain spaces on the imaginary tree into the Theater of Domination, which I already controlled. Then I used the 999 corpses, or cores, to take the data that had been projected into the Theater of Domination and manifest it in the real world. In this way, I was able to leak information from another era into our time without disrupting space-time itself. Jesus Christ. Look at those eyes. I freaking hate him. I just needed to prepare an Otto Apocalypse from 500 years ago to serve as a trap for the Hersher, and everything was in place. Are you saying what we saw of the past was just fragments of information? Perfect replicas? Yes. All of it was nothing more than side effects of the plan. Nothing besides information can leak into our world. Everything you saw was collected and regenerated in our world. You may think I cheated, but I only simulated a result that no amount of energy could achieve. But in the end, I really did recover the escaped Hersher core. And what about that Solium lifeform lying on the ground? It was only a simulation, of course. Simulation included real, complete historical data about his life. So everything he was saying was true, I guess. Yeah, everything he was saying was true because it was from a different time period. I think that's what he's saying. Because of this, he firmly believed that he was Otto Apocalypse from 1491. And I forgot how much this game makes me really think. He believed he had just led the rebel army in their uprising against Old Shixel, and that he'd done it all for the Holy Maid. All this was needed to make sure he still carried resentment in his heart. You want me to remind you of the actual history? The leader of New Shexel betrayed all of his comrades over a 500-year period just to compensate for his wounded heart. Eventually, he became the ultimate evil in his eyes of anti-entropy. Even his closest advisors only served him to maintain order. And that other him that you saw was just beginning a long, dark journey. Of course, you would know. He was like Macbeth after he saw the witches. His own obsession sealed everyone's fate. The result was just as you have seen. The missing Hersher core mercilessly used him as a host. cleverness of this fusion almost escaped the notice of those genius doctors at anti-entropy. But based on the results, it was you who manufactured this consciousness, and then you killed it in pursuit of your own goals. Yes. Don't tell me this is the first time you heard of me doing something like this. See, Durandal really does have a heart, yo. He just like... I don't get why she serves under Otto. I just don't get it. She obviously sees the things that he's doing, right? Or is she blind? Like, is there a reason why? Is there a reason why she serves under him like she does? He is still literally the best chance humanity has against Honkai. I guess so. Guess I just have to keep on playing. Because Otto is the reason why humans still have a chance to... yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. So she basically sees him as a necessary evil. Okay. For example, the person I saved 500 years ago, I drew my gun on 500 years later. This is how Auto Apocalypse does things. Another example to study the power of Hershers, I snatched away the second Hersher from anti-entropy. Mr. Wolt was about to destroy her for the sake of humanity at the time. After that, I did kill her, then revived her. Past her powers, I tormented nearly everyone on Hyperion. This is something else Auto Apocalypse has done. Durandal, you obviously know how these things developed, but you only care about the artificial consciousness that only existed for a few hours. Oh, man. Did I make you angry by saying these things? Then I'll apologize. Because the way I see it, avoiding harm to innocence is a good reason not to do something. I know you aren't a little girl anymore, Bianca. These past few years, you defended your own life, withstood the darkness of this world, and the acts of necessary evil I ordered. There's no shame in that. You show maturity and perseverance beyond your years in this matter. So I will tell the world without hesitation that you, Durandal, are the best student I've had in 500 years. You... Okay, don't make things difficult. You're a good kid. And Theresa, why do you have to stare at me like I'm a murderer? This guy's a fucking... Jesus Christ, dude. I fucking hate this guy so much. How can you say that with a fucking smile on your face? Why do you have to stare at me like I'm a murderer? Your grandpa isn't a monster. I wouldn't kill someone without a good reason, no matter what. In the past, because I had no alternative, I overstepped against you and your subordinates. But my child, haven't you left those annoying matters behind you by now? When I said I was resigning, I meant it. I really am leaving Shikso. You know that over 500 years, I went through a lot before I finally found a home. That's something priceless, and it's worth sacrificing everything I have for it. What is it that you found? I found a moment in time, a Holy Spirit who has not died yet. You know, some people died too late, and others died too early. She believes she found her she believes she found her own death, but everyone knows about that extremely unfortunate occasion. Huh? I found a moment in time, a Holy Spirit who has not died yet. You know, some people died too late and others died too early. She believes she found her own death, but everyone knows that extremely unfortunate occasion. To the contrary, if I could decide my own death, what the hell is he talking about? I would use my death to prove to her that going to one's grave voluntarily is magnificent, isn't a magnificent into life. I found a Holy Spirit who has not died yet. Then she'll realize that her moment, or that her life meant a future of liberation and glorious human flourishing. What is he talking about? I found a holy, hold on, let me read this again. Am I forgetting something? Am I missing something? I found a moment in time, a Holy Spirit who has not died yet. I found a moment in time, a Holy Spirit who has not died yet. Is he referring to... Is he referring to Cullen? He found that specific moment before she died? I found a moment in time, a Holy Spirit who has not died yet. I mean, yeah, of course he's talking about Cullen, but like, is he referring to like a moment where before she died, he found in the like a way to like? Is he referring to the time travel that he just experienced in the CG? And I'm just kind of confused as a like. I found a moment in time. Fuck, I'm overthinking this. An exact moment, an exact point in. Yeah. The CG was in chapter 28. I know that, but I'm trying to figure out exactly what he's referring to. Otto wants you to think he can time travel. Okay, so that is what he's talking about. I am correct. Okay, cool. Just to make sure we're on the same page, 'cause I was confused. Like, what the hell is he talking about? As a token of our continued relationship, please accept this gift, my dear Theresa. Is that the core? A multitude of Herrscher cores that looked like stars in the night fused into one mass in the blonde-haired man's hand. He held it out as if giving candy to a child. He put the precious stone into Theresa's palm. Here, try to make use of its power, Theresa. Perhaps it will become a perfect weapon for you. Thanks for the reminder. Anti-entropy scientists will do research on this. Yeah, I'm not worried at all. They'll always do great research. It definitely will help you resolve these troublesome questions of intellect. You don't need to be so angry, Theresa. That ceremony will be held on schedule, and I guarantee that you will have all the powers of a Shikso overseer. I'm stuttering over my words already. Izuko, you must be behind in what I was saying, because you're answering my questions after. Thank you. I'm just really confused by some things he says. He always leaves me like overthinking stuff. I never know exactly what he's referring to. And as for me, I will soon set off on the last part of my journey to the other side of the world to seek the sole existence. A hero you all have heard so much about. Only one worth of my second. What? Master Theresa. Amber, where did your overseer go? I'm sorry, Master Theresa. Overseer requested that I protect his privacy. But since you already have the Herrscher dominance core, why not send it back to the Hyperion for analysis? That's what I was planning to do myself. I don't need you to remind me. Will you come with me, Durandal? I'm not sure if... Of course, we'll return to Hyperion with you, Master Theresa. Oh, even Rita wants to come? God damn, Rita's bad. I'm sorry. Of course, you consider our time serving Master Otto to be over. For the foreseeable future, we're at your service, Master Theresa. This was approved by Master Otto. But Rita, you returned from World Serpent without saying a word, and you still... I'm sorry, Durandal. Before Overseer wanted me to maintain strict secrecy, so I didn't have a chance to contact you earlier. To be honest, he told me some things that I did not expect. Can we talk about this on the way? Sure. What the fuck? That scared me. I'm sorry. That scared me really bad. I'm curious. What do you tell your Valkyries about us? Like me, I'm portrayed as some kind of mad scientist? No, before I thought you were nothing more than imposters or clones. Your strategy was to completely ignore us? But it does make some sense. We haven't shown our faces to the public in many years. The ordinary people finding out that there's a minority of people on Earth who don't age would not be a pleasant experience. I've heard Rita mention that you guys only have that ability because of the power of the Abyss Flower. Yes, overloading Abyss Flower prevents harmful mutations from occurring when your cells divide. Although anti-entropy never got the opportunity to do extensive research on the Abyss Flower, the chances of having this effect are less than 1. What? So they got lucky? Overseer Otto has also done some research on the therapeutic aspects of Abyss Flower, but the results were far from perfect. Don't even mention that guy. It puts me in a bad mood. Sorry. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're Shixel S-rank Valkyrie. Of course, Otto treats you well. It's just that, since you're the current owner of the Abyss Flower, you've got to protect yourself. Are you talking about the issue with Cecilia and Rihanna? You know the thing about Rihanna? More or less. Originally, she was a volunteer receptor, which helped the Overseer develop a lot of technologies related to Solium. In the end, some things brought their relationship to an end. That day, Otto stole her body and assassinated an insolent child's father. And to wipe out those of us who would go on to establish anti-entropy, he planned to use the Honkai fissile bombs to flatten New York City. And he really did use the weapons in Siberia. However, he did not wipe out New York in 1955. At that time, forget it. All you need to know is that Rihanna got in the way of his plans, and she paid with her life. I'm sorry. Overseer, in pursuit of all his different plans, he did hurt a lot of innocent people. Yes. Yes, Durandal. Yes. That had nothing to do with you. You don't need to apologize, and you don't have the ability to speak for him. I understand. Enough about this unhappy subject. Let's not waste any more time. My instruments are picking something up in this area. All right, let's. Okay. I'm just gonna proceed with the. But I don't really care about the side stuff that's going on here. I just want to know what's going on in the main story. Rita, you only left for World Serpent HQ yesterday on a scheduled mission. Did Overseer force you to return once you were on the way? Yes, he did. Overseer said that handling off my original mission, the civilian staff would be fine. Strange. He really just wanted to destroy his own Solium body. Wouldn't have needed you to be there. What is Grandpa scheming? Master Theresa, Master Durandal. Remember that just now Overseer mentioned his journey. Yeah, he wanted to go find Kalin Kaslana. He told me that when he called me back, he said that based on his long-term research of the Herrscher of the Void and the Second Divine Key, plus the experiment on the Bubble Universe, he has discovered the only way to bring someone back from the dead. Nagamitsu also mentioned this to me. He said the reason my grandpa resigned was to return to the past and reunite with the Holy Maid Kalin. Master Nagamitsu was the one who executed a lot of experiments planned by Overseer. So it's not strange that she guessed that, but there's something about it that doesn't make sense. Yes, and it's quite obvious. If Overseer can really achieve time reversal on his own, then what he's doing now will unavoidably get too many people involved. Whether it was his dramatic resignation or selecting the old HQ to recover the Herrscher core, or ordering me to assassinate his Solium clone. Paired with Overseer's other plans, everything that's happened now feels hollow somehow. When I was preparing to strike the target, he said this to me. Once Theresa has the Herrscher core in her possession, you can tell her everything we just talked about. What the fuck, dude? And this made you more suspicious. Yes, this isn't normally how Overseer handles things. If recovering the Herrscher core and his journey were entirely separate things, then it would mean he was putting a lot of effort into something he considered to be relatively unimportant. True, although Grandpa can be a bit pompous. He cares about cost and efficiency when it comes to important things. So, Rita, you mean that recovering the Herrscher core and Overseer's journey are secretly connected somehow? Connected so closely, he had no choice but to do this. I believe it's reasonable to suspect that. After all, no one knows what the cost of Overseer's journey will be. If finding Kallen Kaslana has been his core motivation all his life, we must consider other things he's done to be related. For example, the Herrscher of the Void, for the second divine key, or even the expedition I went on with Durandal in 2012. I will request that anti-entropy doctors take this into consideration when doing their research. But at present, the most important thing is to properly deal with the Herrscher of Dominance core and make use of it if necessary. I remember when Fuhua, Kiana Kaslana, and Branya Zaishik, with their Herrscher cores, were all affected by the Herrscher of Dominance. Yeah, no matter what happens, we finally seized its core. Now's the time to witness how the series of misfortunes comes to an end. The Overseer's dramatic and distressing actions caused the Valkyries from different factions to share more intel with each other. But as they worked towards an unclear goal, they still hadn't realized that everything they had seen up to this moment was an elaborate performance that Overseer had deliberately put on for them. The real crisis was being covered up by this unsettling performance, and things were going in a direction far different from what they expected. Wait, did it just say I just completed the chapter? Hold on, I'll read what you guys are saying. This useless rotten core. Just smash the thing and be done with it. 1618, Saturday, October 14, 2017. For the third time, Dr. Tesla's shouts of frustration echoed through the Hyperion. It all started over 20 minutes earlier. We've been through a lot, but it looks like the Herrscher of Dominance incident has finally come to an end. We just need to take the final step. Just to be sure, let's give a little Honkai energy and test whether the core is still alive. Theoretically, it's definitely alive. There's a 99.7% chance. Alive? Are you talking about the difference between the Herrscher cores are born in our... alive. Are you talking about the difference between Herrscher cores born in our era and those from the Divine Key? You could say that, although I don't think you've realized what the fundamental difference is. By the way, Mofed, didn't you realize an internal memo about this recently? Why don't you tell them about it while I prepared the experiment? But it was only conjecture. At least there's no experimental evidence, and it might raise more questions than answers. So what? You could tell everyone. The experiment we're about to do will definitely prove you right. And the people from Shixel happen to be here. Wouldn't it be nice to let them listen to someone besides Otto? Fucking cute. Yeah, tell us more. With regards to the Herrscher core, the Sovereign himself was the first Herrscher's anti-entropy. You must have some interesting perspectives. Okay, I just get right to the point. I did some comparative research on the Herrscher cores from both eras. And the results suggest maybe it's not as simple as categorizing them as living or dead. We might be jumping to conclusions. Jumping to conclusions. Let me give you an example. In terms of appearance and behavior, ants and termites have a lot of similarities, right? But in terms of taxonomy, ants belong to the order of... What the fuck word is that? Hymenoptera? Hymenoptera? While termites belong to the old order... What the heck is she talking about? Basically, ants are a special kind of wasp. Termites are evolved from cockroaches. I'm glad she answered my question right after I asked it. This is an example of convergent evolution in biology. Ants and termites were originally completely different, but through convergent evolution, they became very similar. Just like the astral harness from the Sea of Quanta. Looks like a lot like Valkyrie battlesuit at first glance. Hold on. In that case, you mean Herrscher cores are born in our era and Herrscher cores born from divine keys are two inherently different things? That's exactly what I'm guessing. The Herrscher cores born in our era have somewhat flexible relationship with imaginary space. For example, under the right conditions, it can transform an ordinary person into a Herrscher. The Herrscher cores from divine keys of the previous era are not capable of this. Indeed, they can only be used to adjust fixed power levels. They have no way to develop new functions. A clear example of this difference was the incident involving the rebirth of the Herrscher of Thunder. When Rita May's own Herrscher core formed within her body, the Gem of Conquest, which originally had this power, vanished. But the third divine key, owned by the World Serpent, was unaffected by these events, similar to the situation with Kiana and the Judgment of Samash. Now that you mention it, I think World Serpent emphasized that only living Herrscher cores were useful for their plan. Of course, this could be a special characteristic of the 4 Theron stones. Okay, I get it. Never mind. But one could also speculate that the difference between cores born in our era and those of the previous era are much greater than we imagined and more fundamental. I did some calculations based on the... I am like kind of lost. The two types of being fundamentally different require simpler premises than the Siren stones having special characteristics.
後者に関しては大量のパラメータを事前に設定しないと数学的に最終結果を導き出すことが
The latter possibly requires posing a large number of parameters for the math to output the right answer.
しかし前者では
For the former, only thing we need to assume is that the imaginary singularity is not a real point, and that it doesn't carry any dimensional information. Am I the only one okay, cool. I was just about to say, am I the only one confused? But this part is kind of confusing. Okay, cool. Wow, brevity is the soul of wit. The imaginary singularity is the fundamental attribute of Herrscher cores. If you want a shorter, please do. Please give me a shorter summary. This is like, my brain hurts, bro. Guy Gold. And while you type that up, I'm gonna go get me some more water. My throat is dry as hell. I went to go get some water. I needed I forgot how much eating goes into this game. This is me just today. Just today. Okay, let's read this summary. All right. This is too much nerd stuff for me. So basically the PE core and the CE core, PE being previous era, CE being okay, cool. Got it. Are different CE core described as living core. Living core, when given to a person with enough potential, can become a Herrscher. Kiana, May, Branya. But PE core is described as a dead core. So when given to people, they don't change into a Herrscher. Thus the dead core were used. Okay. Dead cores are used to make divine keys. Living cores turn people into Herrschers. Got it. Or living cores turn people into Herrschers. Dead cores are used to make divine keys. Yeah. Okay. I think I got it. Part's confusing. Okay, cool. Yes, that's the beauty of this hypothesis. So the core in current era can be used to recreate new Herrschers, for example, the Herrscher reason line. Yeah. Just like I said, like Kiana, May, and Branya. Yeah. Okay. We know that the imaginary singularity in a Herrscher core refers to an impossible structure that can trigger all supernatural phenomena. And mathematics doesn't prohibit the impossible structures from having structure. I'm not going to pretend to know what they're talking about. Following that reasoning, I discovered that Herrscher cores from the previous era. Okay, this is what you were talking about. And Herrscher cores from our era correspond with one-dimensional strange loops. In layman terms, the structure of this loop allows the core to live and reactivates is okay. Yeah, this is what you were talking about. Can it be understood like this in everyday language? The Herrscher cores from the previous era are passive. Once they are removed from a Herrscher itself, they won't undergo any more changes. They seem to be dead. The Hersher cores from this era are dynamic. Even when removed from a Hersher, they can still transform themselves. In that sense, they are alive. Why didn't they explain it like that at the beginning? That's so simple. If the Hersher of Dominance core is alive, this guess will increase the confidence level, but on the other hand, we can only assume that the lowest levels of structure of our world. Mofet, don't jinx it. What happened? See for yourself. I don't know how to explain the results of this experiment. How could this be? The Hersher core is... I can't detect any imaginary singularity in it. Does this still count as a Hersher core? 20 minutes later, it seems the research of the Hersher core did not go smoothly. Yeah, all other physical indications suggest that it is a genuine Hersher core. It can attract Honkai energy and trigger changes to physical laws. But the strange thing is, no matter how we do the experiment, we can't detect an imaginary singularity, just like those little cores from before. And we... where are my glasses? And we... No, the real Hersher Dominance minions are completely different than those puppets at the beginning. Based on his size and weight, we should be able to determine useful information about his imaginary singularity. Can I put in my 2 cents, even though it's just a thought I had? Go ahead. As you can see, Dr. Tesla is getting agitated. I'm thinking that this strange phenomenon might have to do with the Hersher of Dominance controlling the theater of domination. Huh? I mean, the imaginary singularity should exist in all dimensions simultaneously, right? Wait, what are you guys saying? The training star was built with the Hersher of the Void's core. Just letting you know. We need people like Guy Gold. There are people like Guy Gold, but they don't want to show themselves in public. I didn't come up with that. Yeah, most of the knowledge that I do have actually comes from Unreal. Conversations that I have with Unreal. While I do understand a vast majority of some of the things that happen, there are things that literally slip right past me. So talking to Unreal, MG, I don't think me and Kodla have had any conversations about this just yet. MG, Wind Valley, Finn, a little bit with Finn. My knowledge of some of the things that's in this game actually come from people that have been like well versed in this for much longer. A lot of this would slip right past me. Yeah, like this game is like one of those. This game is one of those smart people games, man. If the number of dimensions corresponding to the theater of domination is much higher than the number in reality, then detectable signals from the imaginary singularity would be many times weaker. That's that eureka moment. You can tell by the exclamation mark. Yeah, see, a Guy Gold, I don't want to be in that Discord because I'd probably end up like super confused until I figure out something. So I can just keep with yeah. Any reaction stream in the future? Yeah, but I don't know when because I have a lot of stuff to catch up on. I have like 3 chapters in PGR that I need to finish. This is one of the things that I need to catch up on. Arknight's chapters. I'm trying to catch up on everything. So I'm postponing like all the extra stuff for now and focusing on catching up on stuff. So I won't be behind in any of the games that I play. In this case, even if we're faced with a real Hersher core, maybe we wouldn't be able to detect any signal. After all, our instruments do have limited sensitivities. Does this make some sense? But This does make some sense. But if this is the case, the only way to verify it would be to use it can be done. Did you think of a different way, Dr. Einstein? Yeah. Let's go find Kiana and Branya. We need to rely on those two for this. I liked that. Using Hersher powers to bombard the Hersher core? Yeah, at present, this is the only way to verify the state of the Hersher of Dominance core. This is the way to calm Dr. Tesla down. Branya thinks any plan that solves that problem is a good plan. The purpose of the plan isn't limited to that, Branya. We're able to quickly confirm the status of the Hersher cores. It will also help us solve the problem with Otto. I heard he made a clone of his past self and then killed it. What is he up to? Could he really be planning to resurrect someone from 500 years ago? Even the Hersher of Death can't do that. I don't know. The annoying thing about Otto is that since we can't trust anything he says, we have to keep a close eye on everything he does. If we can establish an active status of the Hersher core, it means that Otto has been up to more tricks. And we need to get more information out of him. He claims that he and Madame Theresa will finish the secession ceremony tomorrow, but no one knows what he has planned. Right. Overseer may know a lot more than we think he does. Although I am technically his subordinate, and it may be strange for me to say this, but haven't you all wanted to see further? Haven't you all wanted to see further than that man even once? What? Dr. Einstein told me that he had a good guess. If that guess could be verified with the Hersher of Dominance core, then we'll be closer than ever. We'll be closer than ever before to understanding the essence of Honkai, and we'll have a deeper understanding than Otto. I highly doubt that. I love how technical this game is in the story, even when I am confused. For me, the confusing part is the confusing aspect of this game only makes it more exciting when everything starts to come together. So you get pieces of a bunch of different things and you don't understand shit until all of it comes together in either a CG or they sit there and explain like some big moment in the story. They give you bits and pieces just enough for you to be excited when everything comes together, and I think that's what makes this game exciting. Right now I'm confused about a lot of stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be long before everything just makes sense. I think you got a bit overexcited, Nagamitsu. Sorry, I just get passionate about things like this. Sorry. In any case, we do need to keep our guard up against my grandpa. But I'm sure some questions will arise. Anyway, to reach the experimental target set by Dr. Einstein, we need to gather as much Honkai energy as possible and restrict it to the smallest possible space. In my capacity, I'll do my best to provide Shikso's lab equipment for your use. It's just a pity that I won't be able to participate in the experiment itself. I thought you were the most enthusiastic about it. There's no choice. Overseer wants me to report to him before 4:30. What does he need you to do? Maybe it's to help prepare for his journey? Operating the second key or something. Anyway, it won't be anything too dangerous. You don't seem worried about the results of his experiment. Aren't the crew of Hyperion and Valkyries in the Immortal Blades all expert problem solvers? If possible, we should take preventative measures so we're not taken off guard. Alright, I understand. I'll do what I can for you guys when I meet with Otto. Is that okay? Wouldn't ask you to do anything more than that. Thanks for understanding. Then let's hurry up and prepare the experimental materials and signal analysis equipment. The rest of you can take a break for an hour. The whole town is pretty safe now. Everyone can take this opportunity to get some exercise and some fresh air. Especially Kiana and Branya. I recommend you two relieve some stress before the experiment begins. Yeah, that'll help you direct your Herrscher powers more precisely in the experiment. You still remember the basics of Edge of Taishuan? Discard delusions, control your breathing, clear your mind of thoughts and feelings. Right. So use this opportunity to relax and go for a walk. Not good to stay on board all the time. Thanks for the advice, Fuhua and Principal. There's something that's bothering me. I use this time to deal with it. Why don't we use this time to do some extra improve focus? Good. Everyone go get some fresh air. Eating adjourn. Wait, so did the next chapter literally just start? I'm confused. Or is this just another section of the same chapter? I didn't see what number it was. It was just so quick. No. I think I'm only on chapter 26. Yeah, 26. I thought it boosted me to 27. I was just kind of confused. I'm fucking confused, bro. How does this work? Like, yeah, you're still 26. Okay. You can check overview progress. Oh, okay. Tap here to check unlock story segments. You view stories that happened when you came. Okay, this is better. Oh. Okay, I'm at 71% in progress for 26. Okay, thank you for that. Fucking Christ. I didn't know, like, how to tell. Besides going here and like scrolling to the side. Like, okay. Let me go over here because I think that's where the mission is. Bro, like, it's just so much information to take in. Bro, why does it keep doing that? Like, it literally keeps clicking out of the game while I'm like doing stuff.
敵は見逃しません。行動開始。この剣を雷光にして行動開始。行きましょう。
Oh, Rita.
行動開始。行動開始。
Oh, okay.
行きましょう。行動開始。行きましょう。殺意が空気ローデット。
Umbreon Rose wishes to spar with the Silver Wolf of Astros. Earlier, cursive handwritten note with. Huh? After considering briefly, she decided that as a retired assassin, she would accept the invitation. Hello, Miss Branya. There's no need to be nervous. I have no ill intent towards Miss Branya. Of course, I know what I did in the church made everybody uneasy. As far as assassinations go, that was a clean hit. Cold, precise, and merciless. I'm sorry for the unhappiness I caused, but business is business. I'm sure the legendary Silver Wolf of Urals. Maybe there was a time when I would have understood, but now I think when it comes to matters of right and wrong, business is no excuse. Very true, Miss Branya. Everyone should have their own standards for such things. Relying too much on external rules is a display of immaturity. What is it that you want to say? Nothing. Just that you and Miss Kiana are about to participate in the experiment on the Hersher core, so Durandal asked me to come and see if I could help with anything. Of course, that is unacceptable to Miss Branya. I will excuse myself. Branya won't be walking along and suddenly be sliced by your blade, right? Miss Branya has a good sense of humor. I don't know why, but Rita is sexy as hell, but fucking scary. And I think it's the fucking smile. I don't dare to overstep against any mercenary who reached the top of Sharon's list in record time. Besides, Durandal told me many times not to cause trouble with the crew of Hyperion, so naturally, I wouldn't do anything improper. Alright, Rita, what do you recommend I practice? Combat warm-up, of course. Please come this way, Miss Branya.
行きましょう。この剣を雷光にして。躍動決戦の時が来た。雷電のごとく早く。決戦の時が来た。雷電のごとく早く。行きましょう。さすがウラルの銀狼。
I didn't know that was a part of the practice. I thought that was just a. Rita's an embodiment of femme fatale. She's fucking scary and sexy at the same time. Your moves are efficient and your mind is sharp. Rita has learned a lot from you. But I can give a small pointer to this next generation mercenary. Brian's moves are effective, but could be a bit more graceful. Most important thing on the battlefield is to incapacitate the target. Trying to do anything else can affect the success of the mission. Very true, Miss Bronya, but maybe adding some flair would be helpful for future missions. You mean getting more potential employers to notice your work? That's certainly one benefit, but what I meant was that art can establish a level of trust with people who go beyond the ordinary. But seeing is believing. I'll demonstrate. That's all right with Miss Bronya.
行きましょう。敵は見逃しません。やけどに審判の時は来た。嫌なのよ。闇に飲まれなさい。雷電のこと早く。
Oh, they're not dead yet. And that's it. What do you think? I would welcome any suggestions. Why did you help Otto, Rita? I'm a Shikso S-rank Valkyrie, and Otto has always been the Shikso overseer. But I know that's not the answer you wanted. Durandal and I aren't so bad. It's just that when faced with certain choices, we decided based on our own interests. And some of those choices hurt you guys, but at that moment, we had to rely on our own imperfect knowledge. Let me ask in a different way. Do you consider Durandal to be your colleague or your superior? I consider her a friend about whom I care deeply. What about Otto? He's the overseer of Shikso, who still hasn't technically left office. Obeying his orders is my duty as a Valkyrie. If Durandal decided to leave like Otto, what would you do? Rita laughed gracefully. Forgive me, Miss Bronya. It's not easy to answer that question, given my current situation. But please understand this, you and I might be more similar than you think. What do you think? Or what do you mean? I mean, we each have someone within our circle of friends who's very cute, but sometimes causes us to worry. Rita winked mischievously. At first glance, this is what I mean. Master Durandal is a serious person who doesn't spare people's feelings. She seems rather unapproachable, yet in certain situations she's like an awkward young girl. Return to your question, Miss Bronya. If she left, I believe we would each decide what to do based on our own judgment. I think I understand what you're getting at. That's great then. Although our past is full of friction and unhappiness, I hope that once Theresa takes over as overseer, everyone will get along with each other. This will take some time for both sides, but I hope so too. Then why not start our friendship by dealing with Honkai beasts together? Sure. If you can keep up with Bronya, I'll do my best. I liked that. I'm not gonna lie, I actually did like that. I don't know why I hesitated on that. Did it dodge? It dodged it. Oh, I don't have enough energy. Wow, really impressive, Miss Branya. You weren't bad yourself. Shixel S-rank Valkyrie. Thanks, Miss Branya. Hope this training will be helpful in the upcoming experiment. Yeah, I feel like I'm all warmed up. Thank you. Well then, I think it's time for me to bid you farewell. Hope the experiment goes smoothly. Master Durandal will be rooting for you. At this point, Rita bowed slightly and turned to leave. Hey Rita. What is it, Miss Branya? About what you told me today? Brian wants to remind you of one thing. Please tell me. Did you believe your comrades wouldn't make a decision that disappoints you? I assume you wouldn't make a decision that disappoints your comrades. Of course not, Miss Branya. Rita will keep this in mind. That was from Rita. Okay, I think I get what was going on. Whoa. This could be a rare opportunity. Could we continue the battle that was interrupted 5 months ago? 5 months earlier on the sands of North Africa, the two of them had sparred. The knight's gun kata and the girl's edge of Taishuan both revealed skills that exceeded the other's expectations. It was just at that time the girl wasn't sure that she was on her way to becoming a hero, and the knight was bound by his mission. Shit. Despite this, in the few minutes that they fought, they both had an unmistakable feeling that the opponent they faced was the person in this world most similar to themselves. Huh? That is suspicious. But despite this, in the few minutes that they fought, they both had an unmistakable feeling that the opponent they faced was the person in this world most similar to themselves. That's fucking suspicious. Are they about to confirm that Bianca is the real Kiana? What? I don't know if I'm prepared for this. I really hope that this is the moment I've been waiting for. Remember the Shixel Civil War we talked about today? The church ruins ahead date back to that. And the square we're standing on is where the Holy Maid Kalin Kaslana drew her last breath. The Holy Maid Kalin? My dad told me that he set an example for all Kaslanas. Like you, she chose to betray Shixel. And you have always served Shixel. You even helped Otto with his spatial experiments. Maybe. You know, later, not now. Aww. 5 months ago, I remember you asked me, why do you want to help Shixel? And in return, I asked you, if there were no Shixel, who would protect billions of people on this earth from Honkai? You also said, in this world, there are no absolute good and evil or right or wrong. There's only the mission. Of course, at this point, I understand that you had your reasons for saying that, but at the time, I really didn't understand. What exactly was your mission, and why did you have to obey Otto? I don't look down on you for that now. But if I were but if you're willing to tell me your reasons, I would be grateful. Make a probably flawed analogy. Overseer Otto is to me as Theresa Senpai is to you. It's undeniable that he made me who I am today. You also can't deny that his understanding of Honkai far surpasses all of us. Of course, I know your question wasn't getting at this aspect. I'll tell you the answer to that question, but only after I've beaten you, right? Correct. Come on, Kiana Kaslana. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I forgot about that move. That's annoying. Nope. Oh, I forgot about that. What'd you think? Uhuat told me about it. Amazing, you've really improved. It's really cool. Your ability to control her powers is so much better than 5 months ago. Like night and day. But you need to be even more vigilant against vigilant against Otto now. I knew the word, I just couldn't get it out. He said many times, you need the Hersher of the Void and her powers. Otto needs the power of the Hersher and of the Void? Yes, and this is definitely related to the answer I wanted to give you. After all, for my situation, the second divine key is necessary. The second divine key? You mean the divine key created using the Hersher of the Void's core from the previous era? That's right. It can detect fluctuations of the Sea of Quanta and peer into the structure of the imaginary tree. It helped me complete part of my mission. It helped to okay, I was just about to ask if that's what she was referring to, but I thought it was a dumb question, so I didn't say anything. It helped to reattach the bubble universe that was anchored within my body to the imaginary tree. Bubble universe in your body? I assume that's the main reason you've always worked with Otto. That's a reasonable assumption. Just like everything you faced on your journey, it's a long story. The story started from some seemingly tedious and dangerous fieldwork. If I hadn't said I was interested before the mission, maybe it was just that I was 12 years old at the time. 12 years old? I did hear you were the youngest Valkyrie ever to reach A rank and S rank, but 12 years old? Maybe it's that I matured pretty early, but it doesn't matter. By today's standards, I wasn't a self-sufficient Valkyrie. Anyway, that day Rita and I accepted a mission to explore the Sea of Quanta. Heard that your colleagues had once visited the deep in the bottom of the Mariana Trench. But our objective wasn't that I can't say the word, I know what it is, whatever, realm within the eye of the deep. The place we went, despite being partially distorted, had a long history of rich culture, just like our own world. The king's men who had operated a submarine were there, and was a mechanical port of Alexandria, and the Yucatan Federation who loved to play ball. Yucatan Federation. It was also the Inca Republic, It unified South America and saved the world almost single-handedly.
本来漁師の海の奥に浮いていたあの世界は消滅する運命にありながらも
This isn't that Durandal. This is the other fuck, they have a name for her. For it. It's that like artificial Durandal, right? But they don't call her Durandal. They call her something else. Ah, fuck, I forgot what it's called. It was when Durandal was visiting the sugars. What was its name? Someone help me. It's gonna kill me. Was it Bianca? Was it called Bianca? I thought it had a different name than that. Gonna make me look this up. You mean the sword's name? Yes, the sword's name. Holy Blade Durandal. Yes, thank you. There we go. That's what it was called. I was like, Bianca, what the fuck? That's her name. That's freaking her Durandal's actual name. But she got her name from the Holy Blade Durandal. Yes, I remember that. Okay, cool. Okay. That world originally drifted in the depths of the Sea of Quanta and faced extinction, and yet it joined together heroes from different eras and different worlds. The heroic and always optimistic Captain Shakespeare. The wise and experienced Dr. I'm not saying that. I always mess it up. And the straightforward and determined Cervantes. I could keep going. It would take a long time for me to introduce all of them to you, but to me, the important part of the story is that they chose me to guarantee their world's continued existence. It wasn't because I had much ability when I was 12, it was because they didn't have any other choice. Using an ether anchor, they implanted their world into my body. That way, as long as I survived in my own world, their universe wouldn't be extinguished in the Sea of Quanta. So ever since you were 12, you've carried the burden of this mission? Well, compared to your battle with the other Herishers of the Void, my experience has been easy. To me, the world within my body is like my hometown in the mountains, although it's not as bustling as a big city at the same time. Only the few people that live there can sustain its past, present, and future. Over the past 5 years, I've been looking for a way to detach the bubble universe from my body, because that's the only way to free that world from its dependence on me. And it was a mission that only I could accomplish. As for your question 5 months ago, everyone who grows up in Shikso has to complete a mission like this. Was there anyone else you could choose to rely on? But I know, from your perspective, I was obviously on the wrong side, but to me, Shikso plays an indispensable role. That's what I said earlier. In this world, there is no absolute good and evil, or right or wrong. There's only the mission. But you also said that the second divine key had already helped you complete part of that mission. Yes. A month ago, as luck would have it, I made it to the vicinity of the imaginary tree. That gave me the ability to transfer the bubble universe to other people, allowing others to carry on the mission. So you could say that I have a little more freedom now compared with before. 5 months ago, I said to you that I longed for the title of Shikso's strongest S-rank Valkyrie and made it my goal. It might be a little strange to say this, but if our paths led us to a future of conflict and confrontation, I'd be really disappointed. I know how you feel. I once judged you as having potential, and just 5 months later, you're here proving your ability. Since resisting Honkai is our common objective, A day will come when our different paths lead to the same place. In my current capacity, although I can't promise you anything, I hope you'll see that our respective missions are much more closely aligned today than they were 5 months ago. But Overseer's inexplicable actions today make me a little more nervous than usual. If the second divine key doesn't meet his requirements, he might convey your abilities. Thanks for the warning. Everyone on the Hyperion is on the lookout for him. Glad to hear that. Wait, I didn't finish the battle. Only took out 1 bit of her health. It's getting late. Do you want to return to the Hyperion complete? Yeah, do you want to come? Sure. Love that honey coffee that Dr. Einstein brews. He still had not realized that the lives of her and her counterpart were dramatically intertwined. Bro, they are definitely hinting at that being like, oh, are they really gonna do it? Are they really gonna do it? I honestly would be very disappointed if it isn't her. Because it only makes sense, right? No comment? Okay. Your no comment kind of tells me all I need to know, to be honest. I'm just excited to see how they go about this. After over an hour of urgent preparations, the platform for the Hersher collision experiment had been set up on a bridge in Colestein. Under a dark, overcast sky, the Hersher Flameshin and the third Hersher of Reason had each taken their positions. Kiana, Branya, try to focus your Honkai energy in a straight line so it collides with the other beam. This experiment will be a new challenge for you two. So please make sure to comply with the instructions at each step. Yes, Sovereign. No problem, Mr. Well. Then I will direct Branya. Fuhua, would you mind doing the same thing for Kiana? Will do. Kiana, use Edge of Taishuan to control your power. Start with the tiniest amount of Honkai energy and gradually increase it. Let the Honkai energy flow out slowly like drops of water, gradually forming a small stream. Control the direction of the flow such that you, Branya, and the experimental core form a straight line. Now together with Branya, let more Honkai energy flow out. Gradually increase your output. Okay, now. I've seen this picture online. Okay, this is what they're doing. Let's do this. Two equally powerful beams of Honkai energy came into contact with the Hersher of Dominance core, creating an almost perfect collision with no energy leaking. The Hersher of Dominance core, which had not reacted to in any previous experiment, gave off a subtle yet distinct glow. Anti-entropy's recording experiments recorded every energy fluctuation throughout the process. Now, all that was needed was to wait for the results of the data analysis. Congratulations on your experiment success, Kiana. Thanks. This brute force method is also something new for us. It was lucky that we had success on our first try. Yes, Branya hopes that this experiment and the experimental results will be useful for everyone in the future. But even if it's not, exploration has value in and of itself. When it comes to resisting Hershers, the experience Shixel has accumulated. In my opinion, the ability to observe Hershers in slow motion like this gives us insights for coordinated combat. You mean you want to fight together with us in the future? Of course, I've been looking forward to it. Or, the immortal blades fought alongside the Hersher of Thunder, but due to a lack of understanding between us, the results were not ideal. May probably talk about the incident in Coral Island. To be honest, we wrote a 30k word incident report at the time. Even Overseer thought Durandal might be overanalyzing. Huh? What is it? A message from Overseer. I'll take it on the public channel. Otto? Good afternoon, my friends on Hyperion. Good afternoon, Valkyries. Did research on the Hersher Core go smoothly? Grandpa, didn't you say there's no reason to contact us anymore? Wow, don't be so cold, Theresa. Are you still mad at me for killing that clone? You all have obviously forgiven Rita, but you still hold it against me? Anyway, I currently do not have anything I need to discuss with those on Hyperion, but I do have a mission for Shikso S-Rank Valkyries. Does it have to do with that journey you mentioned? Sharp as always, Durandal. That's right. Already made all the necessary preparations. I just need a little help from you and Rita. Right. Other members of the Immortal Blades, you can stay there and continue to assist my granddaughter. She'll be taking over as the Shikso Overseer position shortly after all. It'll be great if everyone gets familiar with the work ahead of time. How to put this? The vast majority of you, this is the last time you'll hear from me. I'll be hitting the road soon. Is Mr. Well also on the line? I'm really sorry that I didn't let you guys enjoy Thanksgiving that year in New York. All those years I wanted to apologize to you. I even wanted to kneel down at a monument and weep to express my regret. But after all these years, I'm guessing you don't want me to do anything pretentious like that. This is what you wanted to say to me before you hit the road? What else did I say? Give another example. Do you think K423 also wants me to apologize? You're also flawless and heroic. I didn't think you'd be so petty. Overseer, let's not discuss whether there's a problem with what you said. Let's not discuss whether there's a problem with what you said. Hersher of the Void, no, Hersher of Flameshun. He has a name. And it isn't K423, it's Kiana Kaslana. Okay, Kaslana. That's fine after all. The real owner of that name became like that 10 years ago. Okay, Kiana Kaslana, that's fine. After all, the real owner of that name became like that 10 years ago. What the fuck? Theresa, it seems that it seems you want to say something. Relax, Theresa. You don't have to say it if you don't want to. Your grandpa has done a lot of things that don't make sense. He knows this well. You might find that some shocking things will happen soon. When they happen, you'll probably think your grandpa is not someone worth remembering. Just remember that the positives and negatives are both important. What do you mean? What your journey will bring about? What will your journey bring about? You'll know soon enough. Well, I don't need to explain here, but don't worry. Those events will not pose any threat to you. Durandal, Rita, come to the Morning Glow overlook on Kaslana Street. Give me a report. I need you to take one final shift. What the fuck? That little comment he made earlier is kind of... What the fuck? To the rest of you, I bid farewell. Of course he left everyone speechless. That despicable old fool. Can't he talk like a normal person? If Mofed hadn't covered my mouth, I would have given him a piece of my mind. Tesla, use those excuses to provoke us. But he really is going to walk away like this. Why would he want to provoke us? You're saying that he might still have some plans for us. That would explain his disgraceful speech. That disgraceful speech of his today. But what does he gain by provoking us and provoking those around him? How does it help him achieve his goals? And the goals that he claims to have raised, and the goals that he claims to have also raised some doubts. if really just wants to go to a parallel universe to search for another
あ
Colin,
る意味ではテレサさん
then one would
失礼を
assume,
許してくれ
forgive me for this, Madam Teresa, that
彼
he
が
would
彼
be
のクロ
satisfied
ーンを
by
作り出した時点
successfully
で
cloning
満
Colin,
足
ああ、それならわざとこの世界を出る必要もないしな。
and he wouldn't even need to leave
だ
this
から
world.
長光が
So,
話した
I keep in mind what
普遍の自由
Nagamitsu
意志
said.
と一回のみ発生
The
する
free
選択
will,
の話
that free will is unchanging, and
彼
there
女
is
は
only one
何
choice
らか
that
の
was
相対
made.
性のヒントを言っていたのだと思うんだ
It seems she was suggesting a contradiction.
長光がまだここにいたなら
Nagamitsu was still
彼
here.
女の考えを
She
聞
would
いた
ask,
のに
we would ask for her opinion. After
彼
all,
女は実際
he
の執行
participated in a lot of spatial
天命の
experiments
空間実験の多くに
for
参加し
Shikso.
司教様は本気で第二の神の鍵を使ってこの
We
世
believe
界を
that
離れようとして
Overseer
い
would
る
use the second divine key
そ
to
して
leave
本
this
人が申
world.
告したように
He also thought
私たちには影響を与え
that
ない
just as Otto said,
それが
it wouldn't impact us in any way, but
相手はあの
But
大主教様
he is the overseer.
嘘はない
Maybe technical staff
技術スタッフは
believe he
そう
doesn't
考
lie,
えるかも
but
しれ
I'm
ません
afraid
が
that
皆様もそうだと
not necessarily the
空の律
case.
者の覚醒事件も
Maybe we can learn something from the awakening of the Hersher of the Void.
じゃああんたたち
Are you
は
guys
本当に彼の
really
指示
going
通
to
り
obey his orders and go report to him? We'll just have to see what
罠か
happens.
もしれないぞ
Maybe it's a trap.
だが彼の目的を把握しなければ、
But if we don't go see for
戦略
ourselves,
的なリスクを止め
we
る
may be susceptible for hidden threats.
一つだけ
Everyone calm down.
ご安心ください。
Overseer doesn't represent the
今の
entire
大主
Shikso
教
over
様は
organization
天命組織
anymore.
の彼が辞任を発表
From the
した
moment he
時から
announced his resignation,
私
Madam
たちは
Theresa,
テレサ様の立場も
Theresa's position
考えなければ
also
なり
needs to be
ません
taken into consideration.
え
Yeah, at least I can guarantee that the immortal blades
皆
won't
さんを敵に回すことは
regard
ないと
you as enemies
君
again.
たちも気をつけてくれ。
But you guys need to be careful as well. As soon as Otto discovers that he can't manipulate you anymore, he may do something
それ
cruel.
は
You're talking about
リア
Rihanna,
ーナさん
right?
のことですね
その名前を知っているのか
You know that name? Was the scene that I saw earlier? Did I see that a little too early? Because they just said something about her.
ええ
And now they're acting like
友
we
人が
never talked
彼
about
女の
her.
話を教えてくれました
Yes, I have a friend
彼
who
女は
told me her
国営
story.
略下のかつての
I know
所
she
有
once
者
wielded the Abyss Flower,
そして
and I know the basics of
彼女とネ
her
ギト
relationship
ロ
with
キの関係も
anti-entropy.
リアーナさんは優しい
Rihanna is a good person. When she and I worked together, it reminded me of the relationship between you and Rita.
今のデュランダルさんとリタさんただその時の
It was just that at the
私は
time,
人付き合いが苦手でした
I
の
didn't make friends easily, so I didn't get to know her that
そんな
well.
に親しい
彼女は戦士で
She's a warrior and a true
あんた
Valkyrie.
たちもリアーナのことを
You
知ってい
knew
た
her.
らオット
You
が
should have
どれ
known
だけ
what
クズな
kind
の
of
かがわかるはず
degenerate
だ
the Overseer
司教
is.
様は確かにネゲントロキ
Overseer really went too far against anti-entropy. It
それ
was
は天命の
one of
プライド
Shikso's
になって
darkest moments.
まあまあ
Okay,
この際
however you
私の
look at
こ
it,
とを考え
those
たら
events in the past
あまり
don't
意味
have
がない
much
わ
relevance to our situation now.
ディランダル
Durandal,
それに
Rita,
も
if
し
you
あなたたちが
if you think going to meet up with my grandfather is the right choice, the Hyperion crew won't stop you.
ハイペリだけど
But you must be careful. Yes, we will be
慎重
extremely
に相手
cautious.
は策を決め
It
て
is the
います
crafty auto apocalypse, so everyone needs to be on guard
皆様
and
も
plan for the
最悪の
worst.
事態に備え最
We'll
高
be on high
水準
alert.
に警戒するわ
Let's hope for the
頑張っ
best.
て
You can do it. You're Shikso's strongest S rank
あり
Valkyries.
がとうございます
Thank you. I also believe in you, Hersher of Flameseer. Oh god, man. I just get like a really bad feeling about this. Wait, what?
これ以上お姉ちゃんを傷つけさせないゼーレ了解しました
Oh, it's already on the fucking ground. I'm an idiot.
ゼーレをどこ
I'm like, why is it not loading?
ですか
Wait, am I going the wrong way? What the hell?
ゼーレ目的地に向かっています私の番だね過去にもこの道を歩いた人がいたんだよね
Of course, follow the blue beam. Wrong elevator? Yeah, I learned that the hard way, okay? I learned that the hard way, okay? You don't have to, yeah. You don't need to remind me. Of course. Oh man, I messed up the... This guy is a little... Wait, what are those beams on the ground? There we go. Evade to Kiana ult, dude. You must be new here, bro. Evade to break his shield. Oh, do I? Maybe you didn't know. I haven't played this game in months, bro. Evade to break his shield. Oh. What is she? Okay. Miss Lee, you're here too? Why not just call me by my name? It makes me nervous when you're overly polite like that. He's saying sized up Durandal and Rita's rather serious expressions. You realize that their understanding of the Rakshas plans was a bit lacking. The Overseer really didn't tell you about it. No wonder he wanted me to stay away from you and the crew of Hyperion. Who is this? I don't really remember who this character is. Let me remind you, she's 15. That's irrelevant to why I was looking at her like that. I'm confused. The overseer really didn't tell you about it. No wonder he wanted me to stay away from you and the Hyperion. Huh. Seems he wanted to keep it a secret from us until the final moment. Seems that thing has got a little more complicated than I imagined. All S-rank Valkyries are gathered here now. Just yesterday, he talked to me about all kinds of strange things, like the imaginary tree, a higher dimensional space, and directional fractures. Seems like his plan is also related to time. He probably made the bizarre events in the time possible himself. Did he tell you why he did all these? I kind of knew it from the beginning, or you say I felt it 500 years ago. Shixel once had a Valkyrie worshipped as the Holy Maid, right? Kalin Kaslana, the Overseer's childhood sweetheart? How can I put it? The way he missed her made even me feel lonesome. Long ago in the desert, you sit there day and night alone. You should know how it feels. So you think he's being serious? He's setting up everything to bring Kalin Kaslana back to life? Is it the way he expresses himself that makes you think he's insincere? He's been dead serious about it all along. And the reason why he woke me up from the deep slumber was exactly that. His plan has entered the final phase. Miss Lee, are you saying the fact that the Overseer awakened you indicates he has found a reliable way to revive the Holy Maid who died 500 years ago? Yeah, after all, that's what he promised me. Promise? You know, I was badly wounded in an event 500 years ago, and my wounds were almost impossible to heal back then. Overseer put me to sleep so that he could have one more time to figure out how to heal me. Putting everything he did aside, he saved my life, and that's a fact. Before I went to sleep, when he asked me when I wished to be woken up. Out of curiosity, I didn't say when humanity had conquered Honkai. Instead, I chose when he had fulfilled his wish. Back then, I did wish to see his dream come true with my own eyes. Which is to say, the Overseer is very confident now about realizing his lifelong dream. Be absolutely sure Rita changed her wording and asked the question again. I guess, and people probably would get hurt for it, just like what happened with the Hersher of the Void. Are you going to stop him? No. Sorry, but I can't break my promise to him. Besides, he has kept his word. He could have left me alone and kept me asleep forever. But then again, if you wish to stop him, I won't stand in your way either. That's not my business. She's the daughter of Fuha. Okay. Are you saying you will stay neutral no matter what happens later? Not necessarily. I'll fight for him once, just once, and after that, we're even. But you still be a Shixel Valkyrie, Miss Lee. You're right. By that time, I hope you clean up the mess left by him if I can. He surely will leave a big mess behind, won't he? After the experiment on the Hersher of the Void, it took us 3 months to deal with the minor Honkai events across the globe. Yes, her awakening was inevitable. But we're also clear that everything started with the Overseer's plan and the fact that he needed her power. You don't want the same thing to happen again, right? Of course. The mission of Shixel is to wipe out Honkai, and none of us has forgotten that. Perhaps we need to study Honkai before we can destroy it, but we're Shixel, not Anti-Entropy or World Serpent. We can never turn a blind eye to the cost of the so-called progress. I believe you're sincere and not using this as a pretty excuse. I believe from your perspective, this is proof that you're you. But every individual has a free soul, and for the others, their proof might be drastically different. I've only known this world for a few months, but it's long enough for me to learn you can both be alike and different. Perhaps it's exactly the differences in ideas that created such a diverse, cruel yet beautiful world. Anyway, I'm in no position to stand in your way, but you shouldn't expect my resolve to be swayed either. As long as this resolve brings competition and trial instead of hatred and destruction, it wouldn't be so bad, right? I guess. Men are born to be different. And we can't ask everyone to think and act the same. Besides, there isn't a single standard for judging what's right and wrong. They believe it's best for everyone to stick to their values. My master used to say, if everyone was the same, why would we need to learn martial arts? The world moves around through clashes and collisions amongst individuals, and in return, it shapes us into who we are. Those who do not adhere to their principles are unworthy in my master's eyes. But she seems to be an exception herself. If I wish to get to the bottom of Overseer's plan, you won't stop me, right? No, I won't. Even though I did wish to see his dream come true 500 years ago, that's no reason for me to get between you. Of course, you've made up your mind. You should be prepared. After all, no matter what his plan entails, it represents the sum of all his obsessions over the past 500 years. I know. Alright, that's everything I have to say. Let's go and find him. After all, we don't know what arrangement he has for us, right? Okay, I'm kind of like worried a little bit now. I don't know, I got like a weird feeling. Greetings, my dear S-ring Valkyries. All silent? Alright, maybe you're indeed speechless to my hologram. But in case something I did recently rattled you, permit me then to apologize. After all, as someone who is about to leave this world, I may appear overly dramatic. Sorry, my Valkyries, please forgive my last mischief. So you're indeed headed to another world? Please allow me to ask, what's the price? The price? Yes, everything comes with a price, but I'd like to correct a small error first. I'm leaving this world, but strictly speaking, I'm not going to another. My destination is to the other side of the world, where different worlds border and where time can be redefined. Can you speak common language? I had no idea what you intended to do the last time you told me. Alright, an analogy perhaps. Say you're walking on a beach. We leave a trail of footprints which remind us where we came and how far we've covered. But compared to the footprints on the beach, there are other things less distinguishable. Imagine a garden with many trails. Every trail branches out into new and smaller trails. When you turn back, you see all your footprints wiped out. Now that we've envisioned such a garden, we can allow it to represent something more abstract. Time. In the Garden of Time, branched out in trails lead to... He's talking about the branches, aren't we? Isn't he? Okay, I'm starting to understand. When we consider all trails collectively, we'd realize it's a tree that grows and expands forever, its roots and crown. The tree doesn't exist in any dimension we can get in touch with directly, hence we call it the imaginary tree. Pioneers once told me that there are numerous parallel universes on the tree from which numerous me can be observed. Yeah. Wow, senpai. When your student and her daughter have a bigger rack than you. Jesus Christ. I don't like Honkai because this game have a gender lock. If gender really is important to you that much, you're really neglecting what the story is actually about. That's completely irrelevant, dude. In every conversation, we need that one character that understand what's going to ask summary in our state, bro. Indeed. But the tree functions in a way far more complicated than parallel universes. Remember what I said, time branches out on the imaginary tree. If we put this fact into perspective, we'd realize that we can somehow find a way to move freely in the tree, make time flow backwards. But in reality, we never heard time... What? But in reality, we never heard time can be made to flow backwards. Sure, because it's difficult. You've heard the competition between the imaginary tree and the Sea of Quanto, right? Competition defines the... Okay, this is the part I need to hear. The competition defines the direction of time flow, which is the fundamental difference between time and other dimensions. If time cannot be turned back, how can you make it flow the other way around? If time cannot be turned back, how can you make it flow the other way around? I can't. No one can. But from another angle, time is but the direction of growth for the imaginary tree. Nothing more. So if we can manipulate the tree itself, it won't be hard to choose the location where the world grows. What do you mean? Instead of controlling time, you want to control the world? The reason why we can sense the flow of time is our growth is in accordance with that of the imaginary tree. On the other hand, if we somehow manage to turn back the growth point of the imaginary tree to 500 years ago, this way the world from 500 years ago can give up our present moment and the future that has earned history. I think I understand what he's saying. And begin to evolve again I think... Okay, this will tell me if I'm correct. Give up, evolve again. Then what will happen to our world? Nothing. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm right. Okay, so he's not going to... There's literally nothing going to happen here. He's just going to create another branch on the tree that's flowing in a different direction starting from 500 years ago. So essentially, he's just manipulating events. He's taking a specific event in time from this universe and altering it and using that to create a new branch going in a different direction in time. I think I got it. Speaking from the result, the effect is mutual. You will still exist, and your environment will remain the same. That contradicts my common sense. Yeah, I can see how that would be the case. Of course, there's a price to pay, but that doesn't concern you in any way. Okay, I think I know what's going on. All right. Although so much about explanation, now I require all of you to perform some simple duties. I need you to guard the area between Morning Glow Overlook and Danny Trail, keeping everyone out, including Theresa. Why? I need to do something very delicate to the imaginary tree. Know how easily I am misunderstood, so I don't want any disturbance while I'm at it. But Lee's just saying, I don't know if I said that right. You'll cover Morning Glow Overlook and the... Oh, wow. What's gonna happen? There's definitely more going on here than he's putting out. Durandal, you'll stay mobile and get ready for any uncertainty. You're now dismissed. On the other hand, he was waiting for an opportunity, one that would minimize the cost of his plan. Essentially, it seems like he knows everyone's going to be skeptical of what he's doing. So he doesn't want any interruptions, just in case something goes wrong. It was best that they were kept in the dark. I'm so like...
敵は見逃しません。殺意が空気から伝わってくる。
I'm like... curious, I guess.
行動開始。行きましょう。準備できたよ。学園長。
Hi, Principal. Kiana, you're here. Did Principal need something from me? Yeah, Fuha, I clicked too quickly. Yeah, Fuha wants to take a look at her old house. I want you to go with her. Fuha's old house. Fuha was a part of Shikso for a few hundred years, so she lived here for a while. Oh. Now that I think about it, that makes sense. Even though she said she would go by herself, I think it's better if someone accompanies her. After all, maybe she doesn't want to admit it, but she must have a lot of happy memories in that place. No problem, I wanted to chat with Fuha anyway. Then would you mind? Fuha left not long ago. You should be able to catch up with her easily. Got it. Oh, this is a side mission? Do I need to play that side mission? Is it something that I should do? He makes you think that... Should I complete that mission? I should finish the main quest first. Think about an hour before the data from the Herrscher collision experiment was roughly processed. The imaginary singularity of the Herrscher of Dominus does have a ring-shaped structure, a very small one though. Nagamitsu predicted that due to the computer of domination, the singularity might have leaked into extra dimensions. Given the leakage, the data still doesn't add up. Ofed, check the figures yourself. By Planckling, a pimple is like forming on my ear. It hurts, dude. The ring's diameter is measured in 10 orders of magnitude, confidence interval, or standard deviations. Huh? 10 orders of magnitude? Yeah. Even the first Herrscher singularity, which is only the size of a nucleus, is measured in 20 orders of magnitude. The disparity is in 10 orders of magnitude, which is 10 billion fold. No level of leakage can accomplish this result unless the Herrscher's power is only effective in extra dimensions. Only effective in extra dimensions. But how is that possible? It can at least control the puppet strings and infuse the puppets with a portion of its power. Dr. Tessa, has it ever occurred to you that
何の可能性？
What is it?
もったいぶらない
Don't
で。
僕た
keep
ち
me
が支
hanging.
配の律者のコアに実験を行う
Before we
前
ran the collision experiment, Herrscher dominance power might have collapsed into extra dimensions. I mean,
誰かが支
someone
配
might
の
have
律者
meddled
の
with the
力に
Herrscher's
人為
power
的
and
に
rendered it
干渉
only effective in extra
もし
dimensions.
そんな
There's only one
そ
person
れなら
who's capable of
犯
that.
人が
Damn, he
一人
played
だ
us
け
again.
が支配の律者の
Inform
力を
Theresa and let
手に
her know
すんだ
Otto has stolen the Herrscher of Dominance's power.
厄介なことになるわ
It's all messed up. Oh, shit! For the first time, the Hyperion crew realized the real danger in their trip to Shixel. Oh my god, bro. Things had begun to make strong themselves by ill. Rita wrote, a person doesn't die when he should, but when he can. The poet wrote, round the decay that is that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away.
行動開始。ローデット。報告です。
Warning. Abnormal readings detected at 1 o'clock. Estimated over 100 unknown life forms. Warning. All infrared readings from the target organisms are consistent with Shixel Overseer Auto Apocalypse. All engines have been started, awaiting orders. Hyperion cannon fully charged, awaiting orders. Radar team, comms team, please continue to monitor the situation. Engine team and weapons team, please stand by and be prepared for combat at any time. Madam Theresa, receiving a signal from an unknown external source. Established contact, I was expecting this. Auto Cyborg. Protocol confirmed. Broadcast initiated. All Shixel and non-Shixel personnel deployed. Palestine, please remain in place and stand by until further notice. If you leave your current position without permission, you will be responsible for the consequences. Is that an auto clone? They operate like robots. Please don't waste everyone's time, puppet. I want to communicate with the real Auto Apocalypse. Illegal request. Protocol does not exist. Returning to initial protocol. Continue broadcast. All Shixel and non-Shixel personnel deployed in... Okay. If you leave your current position without permission, you will be responsible for the consequences. So what? Your plot was exposed, so you hide somewhere and close the door on us. Usually he does stuff like this when he's up to something. He finds a way to delay us until it's too late to stop him. Disgusting. Show the powers of the Herrscher of Dominance right in front of us. Where's that rascal planning now? I don't know. But to be safe, we better head out immediately to find him ourselves. Just as Fuha said, if we delay now, we'll be doing exactly what he wants us to. Wow, nice analysis, my dear granddaughter. Seems like you matured a lot while you're away. But you're surprised at a switch in transmissions? I would at least think those two anti-entropy doctors wouldn't be surprised. After all, you fought before 60 years ago, didn't you? You're a disgrace. Don't get angry, Dr. Tesla. What I'm going to do next is extremely beneficial for all of you. Beneficial. Alright, I can't wait to hear what overconfident nonsense you have to say. Overconfident? When it comes to this, there may be no one more confident than myself. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to celebrate the future of humanity. To achieve this goal, I will sacrifice myself. On the imaginary tree, I strove to give humanity another 500 years. Give you enough time to stop Honkai. What? 500 years? Well, it looks like my dear granddaughter has realized something. Yes, in my overconfident view of these 500 years are nothing more than a byproduct. I remember that I said not long ago, I would soon set off on the last part of my journey, to the other side of the world. Seek sole existence. I will erase 500 years of history from this time branch and return the world to a state in which Colin Castellano was alive. Of course, there's no need to worry that your own existence will be erased. All of you who have come to Castellan today, no matter what position you hold, all Apocalypse will protect you from the time currents. And once you are in the past, you will certainly be able to help the Holy Maid realize her ideals. Hey, the Shikso Overseer has finally lost his mind. What are you babbling about? Time reversal. Putting aside questions of how it could be technically done. You think we don't know how much energy it would theoretically require? What if I told you I had reached an agreement for an entity known as the Will of Honkai? What's up, Lumi? This is freaking weird. What if I said the cost would be time flowing through the imaginary tree or the present itself? Don't believe I have such an agreement? Patiently wait for 12 hours in the Hyperion and you'll see what happens. Sounds like you're giving us one last opportunity to challenge you the final 12 hours. Oh, typical Dr. Einstein. You can really keep a cool head. That's right, I'm giving you all an opportunity. If you don't approve of my methods, then come to that church we were at before and beat me into submission. Of course, under these circumstances, my loyal subordinates will be in town, trying to stop you. From my own perspective, I don't wish for any of you to see combat. So you're simultaneously provoking us while hoping that we hold back. Why? It seems you are desperate to find flaws in what I'm saying, Doctor. That's no good. All you need to know is that if I succeed, the world will have an extra 500 years with which to defend against Honkai. And the cost is nothing more than letting ordinary people, aside from those of you present here, revert to a state they were in before they were born. As for this message itself, you should understand. What the fuck is going on? As for this message itself, you should understand this as me giving you all an opportunity for a fair fight. I get it. We'll give you the fight you asked for. Good. That's truly excellent, my dear granddaughter. Your reaction is even better than I anticipated. Why don't you do what you did last year and take action, Theresa? I'll be waiting for you patiently at St. 537 Church. Goodbye. Fucking A, dude. It just can't be simple with this guy. Reaching an agreement with the Will of Honkai. What the fuck? I want to confirm one thing, Dr. Einstein and Dr. Tesla. What is it? The Will of Honkai. Do we know anything about such an entity? Fortunately, from a technical standpoint, we don't. Although the Herrscher of Reason core blocked communication between Welt and the Will of Honkai, allowing him to become the Herrscher who fights for humanity. Downside is that Anti-Entropy lost their only opportunity to research the Will of Honkai. I see. That is to say, in our current situation, we'll have to take his word for it. That's one way of putting it. Although, I don't want to admit it, I'm afraid that's the truth. And we know perfectly well that it's leading us along. Sometimes this kind of thing happens on the battlefield. There's no commander on the planet who has the ability to decide the strategy all the time. Sometimes one gets forced into a decisive battle. Let's go. We can order everyone to assemble on the way. At the same time, we can discuss tactics. Oh my freaking gosh, bro. After Hyperion was put on the highest level of alert, previously quiet passengers were filled with tension and noise. But among But among all the clamor, the loudest noise was still Dr. Tesla's booming voice. What? Splitting up our troops, doesn't that negate our advantage? We'll be facing strong enemies this time. We'll have to approach this cautiously and assess the situation. In my opinion, the reason that guy emphasized 12 hours is that he wants to delay us. We should concentrate all our firepower in one area. Once preparations on the Hyperion are complete, let's take the shortest path, break through, and seize the church. This isn't a game, Dr. Tesla. That might blow up the Sheik's staff who are still in town. Besides, we still don't know what Otto has up his sleeve. Rashly jumping into a battle might have risks that we can't even anticipate. Didn't he lose his powers of the Hersher of Dominance? If we beat the real Hersher of Dominance, how can he be afraid of the fake one? Don't forget, Dr. Tesla. That man's name is Otto Apocalypse. He made us suffer more times than the beans you need to make a strong cup of coffee. What do you think, Theresa? Don't pay too much attention to Mofed. You're the commander. So the tactical decisions are ultimately up to you. Dr. Tesla, I actually support Dr. Einstein's idea. Oh. Currently, we've only detected the behavior of the Solium clones, but they aren't just puppets of the enemy. Now we have no difficulty coping with the Hersher of Dominance's power. But whether it's the tendencies of S-rank Valkyries or the enemies reaching an agreement with the will of Honkai, it's completely unknown to us at the moment. That being the case, our operation has to be divided into two phases. In the first phase, we should divide our troops so that we can fight and do recon at the same time. That way we can better understand the situation. In the second phase, we can concentrate our firepower once again and launch a strong, steady attack on the enemy. The Blitzkrieg strategy needs to be supported by large amounts of intelligence, and intel is exactly what we're lacking right now. In other words, the strategy you suggested is too risky at the moment, Dr. Tesla. Okay, you have your reasons. I'll draw up another plan in accordance with Theresa's two-phase strategy. It just so happens that our engineering division has something we can put to good use. After receiving Theresa's communication, Hyperion's frontline combat personnel gathered at a specific location within 5 minutes. Kiana, Branya, Buhua, Celia, Rosa, and Lilia all awaited orders with Wait. Oh yeah, Rosa and okay, I forgot they were here. Everyone, we don't have time. So I'll keep this short. Before I announce the plan, I need to bring everyone up to speed on two things. First, according to Otto's statement, he has reached an agreement with the will of Honkai, which will allow him to force time reversal. Planning to return to a world outside Colosine, to a state it was in 500 years ago, giving the Holy Maid Cullen a second chance at life. Second, not long ago, anti-entropy scientists determined that Otto somehow managed to steal powers of the original Hersher of Dominance. Use the Hersher of Dominance powers to integrate and control clones currently surrounding the Hyperion. Due to the 2 points I just mentioned, I am dividing Hyperion's first line of troops into 3 groups. Group 1 made up of Branya, Celia, Rosa, and Lily. We'll advance along the road opposite bank towards St. 537 Church, where Otto is located. We'll also determine a suitable area for Dr. Tesla to install the spacious system based on readings sent back from your detectors. The spacious system limits the powers of the Herrscher of Dominance by broadcasting a jamming signal. Based on the readings you automatically send back, we'll choose a suitable place for the transmitter. One less thing for you guys to worry about. To be precise, that will be the responsibility of Group 3. All you have to do is make sure the detectors carrier are working normally. Rosa and Lily, you don't have a lot of combat experience. If you run into trouble, you stay back in a support role. Force yourself to do something you feel uncomfortable with. Got it. We'll comply with Billy and Bronya's plan. That's it for Group 1. Now let's discuss the mission of Group 2. Group 2 will be made of Kiana and Fuhua. Oh shit, I see where this is going. Oh shit, I see where this is going. You'll set off shortly, advancing up the road on the south side of the river. Seize control of the bridge upstream. They're going to fight the third. Group 2 is going to end up fighting the third Pixel Valkyrie, the one that starts with an L. Fuck, dude. And you'll quickly press on to St. 537 Church. Scout out the situation. While this is going on, Group 1 can help you attract the attention of the enemy. Also, just like Group 1, the detectors you carry with you will signal back to Dr. Tesla, helping her find a suitable location from which to broadcast the jamming signal. Understood. Compared to Group 1 and 2, Group 2 needs to be quicker on their assault on the enemy headquarters and rapidly assess the situation. Therefore, don't get too caught up in fighting. Even though we need someone to keep advancing the divided assaults like this. Yes, Principal. Next is Group 3, made up of myself, the 2 anti-entropy doctors, and the Hyperion logistics crew. We'll install and upgrade the Spartacus system. What was I saying before? Spacious system? Is the Spartacus system. And do our best to block transmission mechanism of the Herrscher of Dominance. Will also serve as a base supporting the attack. Is everyone clear about the plan? If we encounter Otto himself, what do you recommend we do, Principal? Try to delay him as long as possible and wait for reinforcements. At least according to his threat. You have 12 hours to stop him. Got it. Any other questions? Okay, if not, let's get started. Off to battle. Am I actually on 27 now? Yeah. I'm on 27 now. Okay. Okay. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna stop here. I want to make sure I separate this into chapters on the channel. We're gonna stop here. This is freaking crazy, bro. I'm probably gonna continue this tomorrow, though. Jesus Christ. Whoa. Kind of makes me want to keep going. Fuck. Okay, no, I'm gonna resist. We're gonna do this tomorrow. We're gonna do this tomorrow. Fuck. Why'd they put such a dope image of Rita there? God damn it. He's so bad, bro. Okay. we're gonna stop it here. I'm gonna go live again tomorrow with chapter 27. We're gonna do hopefully the entire thing tomorrow. I don't know how long it is, but we're gonna try to do the entire thing tomorrow. Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like and comment with your thoughts and opinions, as well as subscribe to show support for the growth of the channel. Love you guys. I'm going to process all this damn information because there's just a lot. It takes about 4 hours plus for me to complete it. Okay, it took about 4 hours. It's 3 hours and 12 minutes. It's for just half of this chapter. So, yeah. We're gonna try to complete it tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule it right when the stream ends. Oh, there's not that much explanation and braid exploding in that chapter. Okay, great. That's gonna save some time too. All right. Thank you guys for watching. You all have a wonderful night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are. Love you guys. Thank you for the explanations too, Guy Gold, and everyone else that helped out here. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Peace out, everyone.